Hey everyone, welcome back to Multiverse of Mayhem, where we dive into the wildest corners of the MCU, DCU, and today we're heading into the galaxy far, far away. We're talking about the technology in the Star Wars universe, and specifically the stuff that really doesn't make sense. If you've ever wondered why blaster bolts are visible in space, or how ships stay powered despite every battle they face, you're going to love this. Grab your lightsaber, sit back, and let's break down the tech that left even hardcore fans scratching their heads. Part of the fun of Star Wars is its pulp sci-fi aesthetic. Crazy ships, galaxy-spanning empires, laser swords. But when you stop to ask how or why some of it works, the questions add up. Today, I'm going to walk through 5 major tech examples in the Star Wars universe that raise more questions than they answer. We'll look at the mechanics, the inconsistencies and the possible explanations or lack thereof. And at the end, I'll give you my own ranking of which tech fails the worst. Let's begin with hyperdrive, faster than light travel that lets ships jump between star systems in seconds. In the real world, FTL travel violates relativity and causality, yet in Star Wars it's treated like a routine commute. But there are some key issues. Instant communication across vast distances, despite travel times that should be years. If hyperdrive is so accessible, why are many parts of the galaxy isolated or hard to reach? How does navigation dodge all obstacles in a crowded galaxy? From a narrative standpoint, it keeps the pace moving, but from a physics or world-building view, it makes no sense. Next up, blasters and laser beams. These are everywhere in Star Wars, but here's where the logic starts to break down. Visible bolts travelling through space. In a vacuum, there's no medium for light to travel as a visible beam unless it hits particles. So why do we see them? Deflection and dodging. Many characters dodge bolts as if they're slow bullets, not speed of light lasers. Vehicle lasers versus personal blasters. The scale, effect, and consistency vary wildly. It's cool, yes, but when you think about how real physics works, the tech doesn't hold up and the franchise largely ignores these inconsistencies. Now let's talk about the huge one, the Death Star and other planet-killing weapons. A station the size of a small moon built in secret with a super laser capable of destroying a planet in a single shot. How does the economy, logistics and engineering of that even work? The most famous flaw, the exposed exhaust port leading directly to the reactor core. Engineers in our world would never design a fortress like that. Why isn't that capability more common? If you can build a moon-sized weapon, why not multiple? The scale and ambition are amazing for the story, but when you try to map them onto plausible tech, things collapse. Droids in Star Wars are everywhere. Protocol droids, astromechs, assassin models. But when you dig deeper, some droids, like R2-D2, display advanced personality, problem-solving, almost self-awareness. Others are just tools. Where's the line? Why are droids often treated as property when they demonstrate sentience? How is repair and upgrade so easy across species, tech levels and planets? Again, entertainment-driven design wins over consistent logic, but it makes the tech logic weaker when you look at the bigger picture. Finally, one of the biggest mismatches, the intersection of mystical force powers with high tech. Few questions come up when it comes to this. Jedi and Sith can influence technology with their powers. What stops every villain from doing the same? If the Force is so dominant, why invest so much in technology like super lasers, tanks, starships? Tech evolves, but Force philosophy remains static. How does that coexist in one universe? Star Wars blends myth and tech beautifully, but mixing them introduces gaps in logic, especially if you ask why build this when you have that. So what's my ranking of tech that makes no sense in the Star Wars universe? From worst to least worst, starting with the worst we have, Death Star and planet killers, then hyperdrive / FTL mechanics. Third worst is blasters and visible beams in space, then droid intelligence and moral paradoxes. Then the least worst tech goes to force tech interaction and redundancy. So there you have it. Each of these raises questions And that's okay, because Star Wars isn't built on hard science, it's built on mythic storytelling. These tech mismatches don't ruin the stories, they enhance the spectacle. If you enjoyed this breakdown of tech that makes no sense in Star Wars, hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Tell me in the comments which tech in Star Wars bugs you the most, and what's your best explanation for it. Stay curious, stay chaotic, and keep exploring the multiverse of mayhem. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.